So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat and I'll read your question to Roxy. Otherwise, you can also kind of unmute yourself, wave your hand, and let us know you have a question as we go along. But we will have some time at the end for questions as well. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let Roxy take it from here.
Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here today to share Qigong and Tai Chi Easy with you. I've been teaching for 20 years and I'm a senior trainer with the International Institute of Qigong and Tai Chi, graduate of, and also a facilitator and Tai Chi teacher. I worked for the Muhammad Ali Parkinson Center for 10 years and taught a class called The Art of Moving and Tai Chi. And so I have quite a bit of experience with movement disorders, and I can tell you that what we're going to do today just really is beneficial to your balance, your overall health, flexibility, range of motion, your breathing. So I'm looking forward to having some fun with you. So what we're going to start with is just take a big yawn, because yawning is really good for the throat. It's good for swallowing. It stretches your throat. So if I could get you to even just, fake it. Fake a yawn until you actually have one. It's not that hard. I mean, I read about it and I start yawning. So, and it helps promote a very deep diaphragmatic breath. So, you take a big breath, you can open up your fingers, opens up your throat, and really helps you relax as you go through this next hour or so with me. So feel free to yawn. If you feel like it, please do it, because it is beneficial to your throat. It helps when you take in a deep breath, it powers your voice. So, yawning is healthy. Yawning is good for you, and I don't mind if you do it. So please do. So let's start with, now if you're sitting, which is fine, you can sit the whole time. You can stand. It can be done either way. If you feel like standing and your balance isn't that good, please put a chair next to you, just so you have it, just in case, you lose your balance or whatever, or if you need to sit down. So we can do it either way. Qigong, Tai Chi's done sitting, standing, and walking. So today it's going to be, I'll be standing most of the time until we do some foot massage. Then I will be sitting. So let's start with, what is Qigong? Qigong's been around for like 5,000 years, and it's part of traditional Chinese medicine. And with that is breathing techniques, self-massage, meditation, visualization. And it's about getting rid of resistance in the body, helping to open up all those meridians or energy pathways that connect all of our organs to each other. So we really want to be present with our thoughts, deep diaphragmatic breath, good posture as we go through this session together. So we're going to focus, because breathing is the best healing tool we have is your breath. So let's start with the breath. Let's place one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Now go ahead and breathe in slowly through your nose. Just hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out through the nose or mouth. Okay, let's do that again. In the nose, slow. The lower back stretches, the rib cage stretches. Exhale. Let's do that again. Breathe in slow. And hold the breath for a moment or two. And breathe out. So think of it like this. I'm going to breathe into the belly, into the chest, and I'm just going to hold it a second or two. And then I'm going to breathe out. See if you can allow your abdomen to rise before your chest. Let's do that again. Breathe in slowly through the nose, chest, and exhale. So that's literally something we call the essential breath. So let's do that again. Breathe into the belly, into the chest. Hold it a moment or two, and breathe out. Go ahead and let your arms relax to the sides. Let's bring our shoulders up towards our ears. Breathe in. And let them just drop with a sigh. And feel free to use your voice. Okay, again, in. Exhale. And breathe in again. And Callie, can you put the full screen on me? Okay, let's do that again. In, shoulders up. So it's real good if we have tension in here where we carry a lot of it. Let's do that one more time. Breath in and breath out. So we're going to do something called shi-shi-hu breathing. Now, shi-shi-hu is in and out breathing. So you don't breathe in one time, you breathe in 2 times. So you breathe into the belly, into the chest, and then you exhale. So let's do that. You can use your hands if you want to exaggerate the breath. So let's breathe in to the belly, chest, exhale. In, out. In, out. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Into the belly, chest, exhale. In, out. In, out. In, out. One more, in, out. A little bit of a variation. We're going to breathe in 2 times and then pause and then breathe out. So let's do that. In. Hold it. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Breathe in. Pause. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe in. Pause. Exhale. One more. In. Pause. Exhale. Another variation, we'll pause at the top of the breath, and at the bottom of the breath, we'll pause again. Let's do that together. In. Hold it. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. Again, in. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. One more. In. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. There's another exercise, breathing exercise that I really like. It's 4-7-8, and you breathe in a count of 4, you hold your breath a count of 7, exhale with your mouth a count of 8. Now, if you can't hold your breath that long or exhale that long, that's okay. It's a practice. So the more you do it, the easier it is, and your lung capacity will improve. So let's go ahead and do that. So just kind of relax. Let's breathe in a count of 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 8. Okay, let's do that again. Breathe in and count of 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through the mouth. 8. All right, let's do that one more time. Breathe in a count of 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. So it's kind of hard getting all that breath out. We're not used to that. You know, we're so used to taking a breath in, but not literally getting all of the breath out. So we're going to do something called spontaneous Qigong. Now, this is kind of like a dance. So you kind of intuitively move. You can do what I do, or you can do your own thing. So we just kind of shake. You know how a dog, when it shakes out all the, you know, it gets wet, it just shakes it off. So this helps get rid of any stagnation in the body. Let me see if I can show a little more of my body. And then just kind of wiggle loose. And if you're sitting, just kind of kick your legs out. You know? You can add voice. Take big, deep breaths in. Kind of rock your body loose. Sometimes your neck will crack. Mine always does. I guess I need it. So we just kind of shake our bodies loose and our legs and our wrists. Go ahead and breathe in and exhale. You can wiggle, you can giggle, you can shout. This just feels good to get rid of any stress that's trapped in our body. This is a great way to do it. I'm going to slow down a little bit. We're going to do some really nice massage and some patting. So this is really a useful tool to loosen up tightness, stiffness that you may have in the morning. It's a great way to kind of loosen up. I've had students say they can't go a day without this, so I hope that you find this useful. So it's maybe in the shower or whenever. So lightly, let's go to our shoulder. Start there. So you're going to tap here. Lift your arm. I'm just going to lightly tap all the way to our hand. And turn your palm up. Come up the inside. And then if you want to, rest your hand on the top of your head. Tap underneath. Help get the lymph fluid circulating a little bit lower on the side. And then let's go to the other shoulder. Let's lightly tap down. And then turn your palm up. Come up the inside. And then rest your hand on your top of your head. And then lightly tap under your arm. A little bit lower. Inside. All right. Now let's cup our hands. And right below the chest, let's tap here. Right. Now a little lower, the belly. let's go to our hips. Then make sure if you're standing, bring your feet at least shoulder width apart, and please don't ever lock your legs. We're gonna go towards our feet. If you're sitting, this will be easy for you. Just gonna come forward, tap the outside of the legs, come up the inside. We're gonna do that again. Tap on the outside and come up on the inside. Okay, one more time. All right, so then we're going to make 2 bird beaks with our thumb touching our fingers. And we're going to lightly tap our shoulders, just like this. This is where we carry a lot of tension, is in our neck and shoulders. Just lightly tap here to help pull those shoulders away from the neck. Take a nice breath, maybe a yawn. A yawning through exercise or practice will help you relax. You'll get a lot more out of it if you're relaxed. Okay, sides of the neck. Back of your head, lightly tap. Tips of your fingers to the top. Forehead. Along the eyebrows, over where the eyes meet. Under the eyes, lightly tap. A little lower. This is really stimulating, and it helps with stress in our face, because that's usually where it shows up. It's in our face too. Front of the ears, maybe open up and stretch out our jaw. Jaw. That hinge gets a little tight. Jaw. And then across our cheeks, where the lips meet. Upper lip. Below the lip. Now let's make a O. All right. Let's go under our ears. You should be able to feel your lymph nodes there. So let's massage those. And gently pull down your neck. Gently pull down. Let's massage there again. Under your ears, and then gently pull down. We help that lymph fluid drain. That's what I learned from the doctor I studied with. We can help our body heal through these self-healing tools and pull down. And then let's lightly tap our necks. Area of the thyroid, area of the thymus. Stimulate your immunity and chest. Go to our ears, since we're right here. Let's take the thumb and first finger. We're going to massage here a little bit. So in Chinese medicine, the ear is a local representation of the whole body. So you could imagine this as an inverted fetus. The earlobe connecting to the head, your brain, your ears, your eyes. And so you want to stimulate these reflex points. So this is like acupuncture without the needles. So we're just putting pressure all over our ears, starting with the earlobe. And we're connecting and stimulating those reflex points that are connected to distant parts, organs in our body. And then we're slowly going to go up the outer part of the ears, just kind of squeeze. And if you feel any, tenderness or pain, go back and spend more time there. We're going to go all the way to the top. So the top part of the ear would be a reflection from the waist down. So the hips, the knees, the feet, the sciatica. So all would be reflected up here. So if you're having problems in that area, go to the top of your ears and spend a little time. You may feel some soreness or there. And then all along those ridges, connect to the bones, the muscles, so around here, on those ridges, and it should feel really good. It helps bring a lot more blood to that area. And then up against the skull, just don't put your finger in the canal. So you can use your extended fingers, or you can use your knuckles if you have long fingernails. So we want to put a little pressure against the skull. So in this area would be the middle part of the body. So most of your internal organs, heart, kidney, stomach, spleen, pancreas. So you want to stimulate those points in the ears. So usually the ears get nice and bright red. All right, so our hands should be nice and warm. Let's rub them together a little bit more. We're going to do something that's called, we're going to trace the acupuncture channels of our body that run up the front of the body and down the back. So it's kind of kind of like bathing our body with healing energy. So let's gently push up, almost like a gentle facelift. We push up the top of our head, neck, shoulders, go under your arms. Now if you can reach around your back, modify it if you need to. Go along the hips, the back of the legs. Now I'm going to go forward. I know you can't see my feet, but what I'm going to do is go down the back of my legs, up the front, inside of my legs. And please bend the knees a little as you go forward. And you come up. The groin, torso, chest. Let's do that again. Gently push up. Neck, shoulders, under the arms, hips, back of the legs, forward. When you get around to your heart space, let's rub those hands together again. Create a little more heat. All right, so let's do that again, gently up. Neck, shoulders, under the arms, along your back, the back side, the back of the legs, forward, up the inside. And when you get to the knees, just go ahead and give them a little massage. Okay, then come on up. Then extend one arm out to the side. So we're going to trace the upper body. So you go under your arm, over the top, across, and just gently turn. Other side. Wash your face. Under your arm. So we're tracing and soothing those channels. Now we bring our hands near the bottom part of the rib cage, the right side, the liver, gallbladder, left side, stomach, pancreas, spleen, upper, lower corners of the intestines. And we want to massage this and energize these organs. This is part of Qigong, is massage. And then we stop. And you can send whatever your intention would be, maybe gratitude, maybe healing. To those organs. And then bring your hand to the area of your heart, thymus gland, the lungs, and then the organs in the pelvic area. So let's massage here. And then you're going to stop again and feel the warmth, feel the gratitude maybe, feel the love penetrating from your hands into your body. Then let's bring our hands around to the area of the kidneys and the adrenals. Right underneath the lower part of the rib cage, the kidneys. And then flatten the hands. As we energize this organ and glands with a wave of gratitude. And then go ahead and come all the way down your backside to your feet and then up the front. We're going to do a little massage of the face. We did some patting, but let's do a little massage. So this really helps with tension in the face, muscles. So you could use a couple of your fingers and just do a little circular motion on your forehead. Where the eyes meet, massage. Let's go under the eyes, lightly massage here. This is so good for our skin. Brings more blood to the surface, helps move the lymphatic fluid. Let's massage your cheeks. Upper lip. Below the lip. All right, awesome. We're going to do a little massage of our hands. So let's just start by spreading our fingers apart, and then we're just going to pinch and roll to the tip. So you just kind of pinch with your index and first finger, or index and thumb, and you're just going to squeeze and roll to the tip. And go to the next one. Just kind of pinch and roll. So it's good if if your hands are tight, stiff, arthritis, numbness. And then go the next finger and massage. And then the thumb. And then the tip of each finger, just squeeze. Give it a little squeeze. Squeeze. Now go to the next one. Squeeze. Squeeze. So in Chinese medicine, the fingers represent, from the neck up again, sinuses, eyes, ears. The thumb would be your brain, pituitary pineal gland in here. So we massage here, and then in the palm of the hand relates to the middle part of the body, the heel from the waist down. So when we do massage of the hands, you can use extended fingers like this, and you just want to put pressure and find any, pain. Or you can use a knuckle. I like using the knuckles a lot because my thumb gets tired, and I have some arthritis in here. So a lot of times I'll use a knuckle after my thumb gets tired. So that works really, really well. So really all you're looking for is pain. And you want to just try and work it out. So you find a spot that's painful, you hold pressure on it, you do some breath work, help dissolve it. So let's go to the other hand. Spread those fingers apart. Go the little finger, massage, roll to the tip. Go the next finger, massage, roll to the tip. The next one, and the next one. and the thumb. Of course, you can do this longer on your own. It's always good, you know, sitting watching little TV or something. Massage your hands. I massage mine all the time. It just feels good. So let's take our opposite hand and squeeze the tip. Go to the next one, squeeze the tip. And they may feel a little sore when you do that. Next one, squeeze and squeeze. And then let's do the same on the inside of the palm. So give it a little massage here. Acupressure. And then massage the tops of your hands. And on the other side. Okay. We're going to do something next called Zheng Qigong. These are vitality enhancement methods. And almost everything I'm sharing with you should be easy. But if I ask you to do something that's painful, just kind of, you know, modify it or skip it. So we're going to do something called the flowing motion. Now I want you to kind of stand up or sit up tall, relax your shoulders, be mindful, good alignment, spine is vertically aligned, feet are about shoulder width, toes forward like downhill skiing, hands are relaxed, kind of slightly cupped. It's called the flowing motion. It's kind of like a rocking motion. So super good for balance, flexibility, coordination. So I'm going to come forward towards my toes and my hands come up about to the shoulders. Then I turn them over and let them float behind me. And so I kind of rock back. Now turn them again and I'm going to rock forward. About to the shoulders. Now I'm going to rock back. Now if you want to, you can add breathing to this. Breathe in and breathe out. When you bring your hands up, bring them up to about the shoulder height. Right about there. Turn them over. Rock back towards your heels. Now, if your balance is okay, I'm going to ask you in a moment here to lift your heels. If you need a chair or if you have one, maybe hold on to a chair and do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to rock forward and the heels come up, about an inch or so. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to sink, so soften those knees, and I'm going to pull my toes up. But the balls of the feet remain touching the floor so I don't lose my balance. Forward, rock back, toes up. Breath in, breath out. And this could be done anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need a lot of space, and it's so soothing, it's relaxing. Maybe 15, 20 times a day. Inhale. Exhale. Relax, release any tension you may notice in your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Now there's a great variation to this. And all it is you're going to just bring your opposite foot in. And it doesn't matter what side you go to. So you're going to shift and bring your foot in. And then turn your hands down. Now step back out, just like you were. And bring your foot in. I'm just going to do a couple of these. I know you can't see my feet. Let's step to the side again. And again, step to the side. A great way to improve balance. We'll do this one more time. This time, remain with your feet open and lift. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more. All right, let's let our arms just relax to the sides. This is called the left and right bending of the spine. So we just gently allow the shoulder and the ear to drop. We inhale and to the side. Think of your head as a watermelon. It's kind of heavy. So this is stimulating the organs on the side that's being squeezed. It helps loosen up that connective tissue around the rib cage. That can get really tight if you're a shallow breather. So this really helps loosen up that tissue around the rib cage. And then we're gonna do a little variation of this. If you want to, you bring your arm above your head and go to the side. So then we get even more of a stretch in here. It's always good to have our spine flexible. Lots of room for all those nerves. That space between the vertebrae, we need to keep that open as much as we can. Okay, one more on each side. Right. The front and back bending of the spine is a really powerful way to pump your lymph, which helps detoxify your body. So the breath is the only way you can get that fluid moving. That's why the breathing is so important. But this one really is effective. So with this move, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in and we're going to bend back wherever we're comfortable up. So we pull our elbows apart. Now when you come forward, you contract, like from the face to fist, every part of you, and you roll forward. Let's do that again. In. Now tighten up from the face, the shoulders, the chest, the belly, the feet. Again, inhale. Fill up the chest. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Tighten up again. Again. In. And real tight. My students love this particular movement right here and really get into it. So we really want to tighten up, flush the fluids from the tissue space through tightening and contracting. So we tighten up. Okay, one more inhale. Exhale. All right, so let's open. Let's interweave our fingers. This is called reaching upward, stretching outward. This really stretches out our rib cage again. So we start drawing up our hands and we're breathing in. We turn our palms down, out, up. Really feel that stretch. Now, if you're okay with it, you lift your heels. If you're not, just do the stretch. Either way is good. Push out to the sides. Sink. Keeping our back flat. Let's do that again. Out, up, heels up, or not. Big breath. Again, inhale. It's easy to breathe when your arms are above your head. Again, inhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. So let's take our left hand. I'm going to mirror you this time. Imagine a little pearl in the palm of your hand. This is wonderful for the shoulder. Now, if you have shoulder problems, you might want to skip it. Just notice how it feels. It's good for flexibility, range of motion in the shoulder. So let's go to the opposite side, to your right, to your left. Above, with your palm up, as best you can. Keep that palm up as your hand goes behind you. Now turn your palm up, bend your elbow and wrist, and come forward. You're still carrying the pearl. Maybe. Then to the side. Let's do that again. Above, behind you, and along the side. It should feel good in here unless you have, shoulder problems. This is the last one on this side. Okay, opposite hand, palm up to the side. So you want to keep the palm up as best you can, out above with the palm up, forward. Now behind you, bend your elbow and wrist and come forward. Okay, again. One more. How about both hands now? Open, up, forward, behind you, and along the side. Again, breathe in. Palms up, forward, open. Palms up, forward, behind you, and along the side. One more time. And along the side. And let your hands float down. Next, we're going to do something called power stances. So power stances in Tai Chi are really great tools to use. Whenever you have anything that requires strength and steadiness, you can set your feet first. So power starts in the feet, gathers in the waist, and it comes through the shoulders and the arms. So we're going to start with just loosening our hips up a little bit. So if you could just place your hands right on your hips, feet shoulder width, keep your head as still as you can, and just make some circles like this. You're going to go circular motion. It doesn't matter which way. We're going to go both ways. Loosen up my hips. You can probably feel a little bit in the socket, in the hip socket, with this warm up. And then we're going to go the other way. Try to make it a complete circle as best you can. That's all we can do. Big circle, forward, to the side, back. Side, forward, to the side, back. Two more. All right. Now let's bring our feet closer together. Place your hands with your thumbs forward and your hands supporting your back like this. Thumbs forward. All right, so you want to bend your knees. So we're going to do waist circles. So let's just go like so. Try and keep your head still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, 5. Okay, excellent. Kind of shake it loose. So to go into the horse stance, that's the first one we're going to do. So think about your posture, mindfulness. The best way to prevent a fall is to be present, to be in the moment. That's the best way to prevent a fall. Pay attention to what you're doing. So let's bring our hands up, bring your feet apart, about shoulder width. Now, Callie, if you want to put that slide up, shows me doing this. My feet are a little further apart than probably anybody else would want to do right now, but at least shoulder width apart. So you bring your feet apart, and that's, yeah, so we create a base, and we can use this daily. Whenever we need to do anything that requires, strength. And so let's say we open up into the horse stance. So imagine you're holding onto the reins, right? And your knees are soft, your back is flat, and we're present with our thoughts. And so once we get to this, we hold it. And if you practice this, and at some point you get to like 3 minutes, and then it becomes memory. So you can go into this stance if you ever start to trip or fall. Is this one, and I'm going to show you another one in a moment. So go ahead and bring your arms down. So if you imagine that you're on a horse, okay? So bring your hands back up. So palms face your chest. I sink down into the saddle, and I'm sitting up tall. My back is flat, my spine is loose, I'm mentally aware, my breathing is normal. And let's say I'm at the kitchen sink. I'm going to give you some examples on how you can use it. A lot of my students have used it for these reasons. So they'll do dishes. It's just a weight shift. I do dishes, I shift, rinse. I shift my weight. That's all I'm doing from side to side with my feet apart. Dishes, rinse the dishes. So this is just an example of washing vegetables. It's a great way to strengthen your legs while you're standing there anyway. I do this myself. Let's say you're brushing your teeth. You could be shifting from side to side. One of my students always used this when she would do her hair every day. She'd set her feet and she'd shift her weight to help strengthen her hip and her bones. So using the horse stance is a great technique and tool to help create strength and steadiness. Okay, so let your arms come down. So that's a horse stance. There's another one called the bow and arrow. Now with the bow and arrow, I'm gonna move back just a little if I can. The bow and arrow, you're gonna step a little more than a walking stride forward, and the back foot is at a 70-degree angle. So one hand above your leg, the other hand near your waist, fingers separated. So knees are open, kind of like they're around a barrel. Back is flat, mentally present, spine is loose. Now you get comfortable with this stance. So let's shift our weight forward. Shift our weight back. Let's say we're vacuuming. Shift our weight forward. All the power is here, everybody. Hold the vacuum back. One of my students told me they use this to vacuum, and I do too. It's so much easier to use the power we have here, not up here, but here. Okay, So we'll do that again here and here. All right, so I'm going to bring my foot back. So let's step out on the other side. So a little more than a walking stride. The front foot is straight. The back one is angled at about a 70-degree angle. Bring your hand over the foot that's forward with your fingers separated, the other hand near your waist. Okay, so I get comfortable with this stance. It's good to practice like, holding it for a minute and then working up to 3 minutes. The knees are bent a little bit. You kind of notice what's going on inside your body when you're still like this. Let's say you want to open up a heavy sliding door. I use this all the time to do that myself. So I set my feet. I shift my weight. Let's say I grab the handle, right, of the sliding door. I shift my weight back to open it. Now I close it the same way. I set my feet. I close the sliding door. To open it, pull back. This is where the power is. And again, close the sliding door, open the sliding door. Close it, open it. So let's say you want to reach up and get something off a shelf. Shift your weight. You've already set your feet, and then you bring your dish, plate, whatever, to the counter. So we do that again. We shift our weight, and we bring the dish to the counter. Let's do that one more time. We shift our weight, grab the glass, and bring it to the counter. So you'll come up with your own ways to use it. Those are just some examples. If we just use the horse stance and they get into a habit, you're in the closet going through your clothes. Another idea, figuring out what you're going to wear. Why not take that time just to shift your weight from side to side? Just like that. And let your hands come down. I'm going to get a sip of water. And we're going to do something called Tai Chi. It's Tai Chi Easy. Now, Tai Chi Easy is Yang style Tai Chi made easy so that anybody can learn it and gain benefit right away. That's why Dr. Yanka created Tai Chi Easy, this program combining Qigong and Tai Chi so people could use these self-healing tools without going years of training. So it's really awesome, actually. Let's bring our feet together. Think about your posture. So think about alignment. Spine is vertically aligned, shoulders relaxed. So let's open, just like we did with the horse stance. Let's open. It's like we sink down into the saddle. Now when we close, let your hands float down to the sides. Out above your head and bring your foot in. Back up just a little. And that's how we close. Now let's open again. So we open, just like we did earlier with a horse stance. And then we close. Go ahead and shift. Bring that foot in. All right, so the movements are circular and soft and flowing. I'm going to mirror you. Just do the best you can and have fun. Okay, so let's sink down. Let's open to the side. So this first movement is called harmonizing yin and yang. So imagine a Tai Chi ball. So we're going to form a ball over on your right side. Now I'm going to shift. Take your left hand like you're going to toss a disc out. Just like that. Now bring it back. Forming a ball. Now I'm going to move from my hips. Let's do that one more time. And open. All right, now let's form our chi ball on this side. Bottom hand, like you're tossing a disc, frisbee. Let's do that again. Your right hand tosses that disc, opposite hand floats down. Okay, let's do that again. And let's keep moving. We gently shift our weight from side to side. Our breathing is natural. Breathe in. There's a little bit of resistance, like floating through heavy air. Okay, the next movement, the transition is roll that ball over. So now it should be your right hand on top. Let your hands float apart, brushing past the knee. Left hand comes up, push across the chest. So let's do that again. Form the ball. The hands float apart, brush knee, send chi. Then we form the ball again. Brush knee, send chi. Ball. Brush knee, send chi. Brush knee, send chi. It's kind of like slow motion dance. Right across the chest. Now this time, we're going to transition into another movement. Bring your right hand into the heart space, left hand around. So your left hand's furthest from you. Now imagine cutting a path so you can see things a little clearer. So we cut a path, and then the opposite hand, you turn. And the hand just gently floats down and comes up slightly. Now I'm going to bring the hands in. Palms face briefly, turn the other way. Breathe in. Let's do that again. Sink a little lower if you want to. And come up. And again. And one more. Now bring your right hand in, left hand around. Now open, palms facing forward, moving through clouds. Take your left hand, drops down, and comes up to eye level. Right hand drops down, shift and turn. Roll the bottom hand up to eye level, top hand, abdomen. Shift. And then let's bring our hands into the chest. And then on this, we gather from heaven and earth. Keep your back flat as you sink down. So we gather from the resources of the earth. And we pull down from above. Sink. Let's do that again. We expand. Sink. Gathering. Into the heart. Open. Reach up. Pull down. We'll do that one more time. Shift to one side, foot comes in, close. Let's go through those 5 one more time in silence. Put a little music on. Okay, so let's bring our feet together. Think about our alignment. Let's open to the side. Your bum. Close. Okay, you enjoyed that. I'm going to do some foot massage.
And just so you know, time-wise, Roxy, we have about 25 minutes left.
Oh, we do. Oh, good. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to get through to the end and then see what we got left and maybe do some more Tai Chi. Okay. Okay. So another great way to just feel a little bit better is to massage your feet. I mean, unless you have somebody else to do it for you, that's nice if you do, but a lot of times we need to do it for ourselves. And in Chinese medicine, it's the same as with the hands, the ears, the feet. There are reflex points concentrated in our feet that are connected to distant parts of our body. And we're going to start with the top part of our foot. Now, if you're not able to do this, then I'll show you some other tools that I use in a moment for people who can't massage their feet. But if you can, we're going to go through that together. But from the ball of the foot up would be from the shoulders up in Chinese medicine. Just basic um, idea of how it works with the feet. It's like a map of the entire body. So the toes, the big toe would be the brain, all these other toes, the sinuses, the eyes, the ears. So when we do massage, I just have a just pinch, just kind of squeeze your little toe. Let's just start there. Thumb and first finger, just give it a little squeeze. And go to the next one. And again, you're just looking for pain, tightness, stiffness. And if you find it, go back and spend more time there. Go to the next one. Just give it a little squeeze. I work on my feet a lot when I'm just sitting on the couch or whatever. And sometimes I find, oh my gosh, painful spots. And I work on them until I just work on them until the pain goes away. It's pretty amazing. And then go the next one, just squeeze, just kind of roll all the way to the top of the toe. And then the big toe, give it a little squeeze too. And then in here, I use the thumb for right now. Just kind of put a little pressure on the bottom of your foot. And then in the all here. So this would be like the shoulder area, the neck, up in this area here. You get into this area, then it's the middle part of the body, your organs, intestines. So you want to put a little pressure here. And again, you're just looking for sore spots, tenderness there. And then the heels, reflection from the waist down. So then we'll work on our heel a little bit. And that's what's kind of difficult to do is the bottom of the feet ourselves. And then the top of the feet are rich in reflex points. And there are handouts or you have access to copies of the feet and what organ goes to what point on the feet. So Callie will have those for you if you're interested. And then massage here. So this helps with circulation in the feet, range of motion in the feet, flexibility in the feet, helps with pain in the feet, nerve damage in the feet. So let's say I can't do what I'm doing with my hand, then I would use, I have lots of little tools. So you can use something like this. We'll do the other foot in a second, but you just roll your foot from the toes, the ball of the foot, the instep to the heel. Just kind of roll it back and forth if you're not able to massage yourself. And then this is a great tool too. You can find this online. Look up on the internet, massage tools. And this works really well because it's got that point right there and you can push and try and break up any, lactic acid or stagnation that you may have in your feet. So this tool works well. And then I've made these for years and years. They're available on my website if anybody's interested. But I put, as you can see, tennis balls, and then you can hold on and just massage, roll the balls under your feet to help with flexibility, circulation, desensitize the bottom of your feet. It's good to massage your feet as often as you can, actually. And I'll show you some of the things I do with this in a moment, but let's go to the other foot. So let's take the other foot and let's start with the little toe. So we give it a little squeeze. Just kind of squeeze with your thumb, whichever fingers you can use. And again, see that hurts. You might find one that hurts. I need to go back there and then go the next one. Usually the tip could be a little sore. and then the big toe, of course, which is a reflection of the pineal gland, pituitary gland, the brain. The neck would be in here, parathyroid, thyroid glands. And then here, shoulder again, shoulder in this area. So, and then here from, like I said, from the neck up. And then in middle of the foot, which is a reflection of the waist area, your torso. So again, looking for pain, and then the heel, same thing, work on the heel. I like using these for the heel. These mats I'm going to show you work even better. So I'm going to put a little pressure here and massage all over the bottom of my foot. And then also the top, because the top is rich in reflex points as well. So it's real important we take care of our feet. Help get more blood flow to the bottom of our feet and more range of motion and flexibility in our feet. Okay, so I want to share with you my mats. I use, these are called, well, you could call them reflexology mats or cobblestone mats. And there's been a lot study done, or Oregon Institute, on people who would use these, I think it was like 3 or 4 times a week, and their activities of daily living improved, the pain was reduced, their balance was improved. Obviously very good for the balance. It helps with stimulating those points in the feet. So I'm going to stand on it to show you. There's 2 different kinds. This one's made from rocks, real rocks that have been smoothed over. And then this is made with plastic. Now the one that's made from plastic is a little harder on the bottom of my feet, but they're a lot cheaper than the ones made from stone. So you can put it next to a wall. You know, if the balance isn't that good, or if you're tender-footed, you can put a towel on it. That helps to begin with. Also, you can wear socks. When I take this to my classes, I have everybody bring socks, and I usually use a towel or a blanket on it, because a lot of people it's just too much to begin. So this one is a little easier to walk on. So you can find, let's say you really want to get into one of the points on the bottom of your feet. Let's say you have sciatica really bad. I know what that's like. It's very painful. So that sciatica reflex point is right near the very end of the heel, but right about here. So you can find one of these, you know, stones here, and you could just stand on it and stimulate that point to help open up that nerve. So they could be used for a lot of things, but I walk on mine every day. I keep it out where I see it, so I use it a lot, and really helps with circulation to my feet. It helps with the range of motion in my ankles and my feet. And if I could suggest to you, if you ever do purchase one of these, you just, you know, go slow and just walk on it. Like I said, you could use the wall, put it next to a wall. Or have somebody walk with you until you get used to it. Because at first, especially if you're tender-footed or have neuropathy, it's not going to feel that good at first. It's going to be painful. So these I highly, 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 highly recommend, these cobblestone mats. And I just picked mine up on, you know, on the internet. Just wanted to share those with you. Also wanted to show you what else you can do with these. These are great for massaging the back. So you can kind of hold on to this sock and then just roll it. Keep it in a lazy boy chair, wherever you sit the most. You can massage your back, massage your shoulder. I have my students, they take these to their office or wherever they work or in their car or wherever. You know, it's good to loosen up the hip. So it's a great little tool to use. And of course for the feet, because I used to chase balls all over the place, and this helped so I didn't have to do that anymore. I want to share with you one more thing before I see where we're at with time. And then if anybody has questions, there's something called the abdominal massage. This is a really popular technique, tool for my students. It's very beneficial to massage, stimulate the organs. Also, it's good for constipation. It works very, very well. So you're going to have access to a handout on abdominal massage, so don't worry about having to remember, but it's a very good tool. I've had lots of feedback, so let's do that together. So right where the rib cage comes together, one hand, opposite hand on top. Now I'm going to mirror you. So we're going to trace the large intestines or your colon. So you're going to go to your left, down. You're going to go under the navel over to the other side and back up and across. Let's do that again. Down, across, and up. Let's do it again. Big circles. We're going to trace the large intestines. Now there's a variation that works really well. And what you do is this. You take your extended fingers like this, and right where the rib cage comes together, you place those fingers. So you take a breath. As you exhale, you come forward, and those fingers are going to penetrate a lot deeper. And it shouldn't hurt. But you'll notice if there's blockage or lumpiness in there, you're going to feel it when you do this. So it helps you know what's going on in your body too. So about 1 inch over, there's 12 points. Keep those fingers extended up and under the rib cage. Breathe in and come forward. Just bend from the waist. All right, another inch under the rib cage. You're on your left side. Come forward. A little bit lower, bottom of the rib cage on the left. Come forward. A little bit lower, right by your hip bone, and come forward again. All right, so another inch or so, a couple inches below the navel, come forward. Let's do that again, another inch or so. Breathe. Let's do that again, another inch. Now you should be on your right side slightly. Come forward. Come up just a little bit. You're by your hip bone there. Inhale. And again, a little bit. Still on the right side. Bottom of the rib cage. Again, fingers penetrate a little deeper when you go forward. It's a lot easier to bend forward and try and penetrate them without forward. Okay, we're at the top of the rib cage on the right. Forward. And one more. Forward. And then just a couple more times, massage. Massage. One more. I use this on my granddaughter cross-country trip, and I'm telling you, it really worked. She was just 6 or 7, so it works very well. Let's do just a little bit of massage on the neck. Take 3 fingers like this, place them where the shoulders meet the neck, place them on the sides there. Inhale. Just going to gently go to the side. Let those fingers go a little deeper. Go the other way. This feels really good on the stiff neck. All right, go a little higher to the side. Other way. Move your fingers a little higher. You can feel the base of your skull to the side. Last one, to the side. Now wrap your hand around the back of your neck, just like this, and squeeze like that. Squeeze. Maybe wiggle the body out a little. Get rid of any tightness, and just cup your hand and squeeze. What works good too is stick your fingers way up at the base of your skull, like this. Feels good. All right, now the other side. Squeeze. Just like that. And then up into the base of the skull. I used to have chronic neck pain before I started doing Qigong and Tai Chi from lots of car accidents. It's amazing. All right, so one more. You can use your opposite hand to hold your elbow up and work on your shoulders. You just gently cup your hand or knead. You can use your knuckles, extended fingers, thumb, looking for tightness, pain again. Just kind of work away on the shoulder. Feels so good when you're done. Let's do that on the other side. Massage your shoulder. All right. So I guess I want to say, does anybody have questions? And if nobody does, let's see how much time we have.
We just have about 6 minutes here.
Okay.
What's your web page? Ed? What is your web page?
Oh, it's Spout Falls Easy.
Alana, I just put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I just saw that. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do again?
Everything. It was wonderful. It was just great. I'm eager to see how I'm going to sleep tonight.
Awesome.
So everything that you said was just really informative. I wish I could remember everything, but that's why I thought if I had your web page, I'd be able to find it.
Yeah, check it out. And I have DVDs, and I have 2. And anything you purchase on there, I'm giving away a lifestyle tips DVD, which has the power stances on it. It has massage on it. It has a whole lot of stuff on it. So if you're interested in that, it'll be available on there.
Are you local?
Yes. Yep. In the Phoenix area.
Okay, the presentation was really outstanding.
Oh, thank you.
It was really, it was a lot to take in, but you really shared some really great things. And I think the other thing is it's okay if we just move around and wiggle around. It's good for our bodies no matter if we do it correctly or not, just as long as we stay safe.
No, that's a good point. It doesn't matter as long as you're moving. You're
Right.
doing something.
Right.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciated your presentation.
You're very, very welcome. So does anybody have questions? If not, we'll do a little more Tai Chi.
Anyone else have anything they want to say or ask? I loved all the weight shifting we did. I'm always telling everyone at the gym to weight shift and rock. So I love that with the power stances.
Those are powerful. they really are if they're if they're used and into a habit of using them. You just have a lot more strength. And then of course, be mindful. That's the best way to prevent a fall, is be in the moment, be present with what you're doing as often as you can, because that's when people fall. Their mind is somewhere else. So be in the moment. Well, with the little bit we have, how about the 5 Tai Chi movements again? How about that?
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's bring our feet together. Be mindful, present, connected. Let's open to the side. Feet about shoulder width and sink down slightly. Back is flat. Let's shift our weight gently from side to side. Let's roll it over. Rush knee. Push. Ball. Gently turn from the waist. And turn. And turn. Cradle the heart. Move into cloud hands. Shift the weight gently from one leg to the other. And then we cradle our heart. We gather from heaven and earth. Breathe in and out. Let's do that again. Open. Sink. In. Out. We'll close after this. Shift. Foot comes in. Close. And the other one that's pretty easy to remember is the flowing motion, the rocking motion. So with this, feet at shoulder width, bring your hands about to the shoulders, lift the heels. Sink back, and pull up the toes. Go forward, up, you sink, you pull up the toes. So this is effective even if you're sitting. You lift your heels, you pull your toes back. You lift your heels, you pull your toes back, or even with a chair. I have lots of people who start off with not good balance, so they have a chair. I'll just show you. Feet apart, and you just hold on to that chair. And you shift your weight forward and back, and gently, over time, strengthening your legs and improving your balance and flexibility. Two more. Breathe in. Where are we with time, Callie?
We are all out of time. So thank you so much for everything. I thought that was absolutely lovely. I feel very relaxed. That was great after a long day. So thank you so much.
I hope I gave you a little energy for the rest of the night.
I think so. I think I got a little extra burst there. So thank you. Thank you so much. So let's everyone give some claps to Roxy here. Thank you, Roxy. Next month, our wellness series is going to be on October 21st. Same time, 4:30 to 6 p.m. on Zoom. And we're going to have Shelly Hawkinsmith, who is a part-time physical therapist at the gym, talk about dizziness, some common causes of dizziness, and how physical therapy can help with some vestibular rehab. If anyone's interested in that, let me know and I can add you to that RSVP list. But thanks again, and I will see everyone soon.
Okay, take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.